Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thanks for joining me. I definitely appreciate it. Today we have the Tissot Seastar 2000 Professional Powermatic 80. I'm not going to read the model number because it would take forever. Guys, this is Tissot's most comprehensive and best dive watch. Let's check this thing out. All right, guys, we'll get into this thing, but first check out my Amazon shopping channel if you like this or any of the other watches I've reviewed on my channel. I do get a very small commission if you buy from my Amazon store, so I definitely appreciate it. Now, this is a weird new Tissot watch box. It's vertical. It's, y'all know how I am about watch boxes. I mean, it's a little weird, and I'll show you why. Let me open this thing up. So there you go. The outer sleeve is vertical. The actual watch box is vertical. It's just I know they were going for something different and unique here, but it's just not very user-friendly. It's just weird. And I'll show you why. One, because this particular watch, the Professional 2000, it's really heavy, so it just kind of bounces around in the box. You've got this little, a little pop-up. I mean, I guess it's interesting, I guess. I don't know. It's, you know, kind of a little gimmick. It's kind of cool looking. That's their factory in Switzerland. Right there. And if you notice, make sure you lift this up real carefully here. This is the old Tissot logo right there. You can see that. There's another old Tissot logo right there. And here is the new logo. Got some mountains in the background. Now, you actually pull the watch out this way. So there it is. There's your first little look at it. This thing is heavy, by the way. And I'm going to tell you how much it weighs here in just a second. And then you pull out this inner section. See, it's not very user-friendly, man. So then you pull this out, and this has got all of your literature in it. Man, I do not like this watch box. All right, and here's all the stuff right there. Something else is in here, here we go. International warranty card. There's your manual right there. And what is this? Some advertisement, some more stuff about the manual. I'm sorry, some more stuff about the warranty. There you go. It's just a weird watch box. I mean, honestly, it's definitely not one of my favorites. All right, enough ranting about the weird watch box. Get all this stuff out of the way. We'll talk about this really nice Professional 2000. It does have 1 week link, keyword there being link. And I'll explain that here in just a few minutes. But the rest of the watch, I really, really like. Now, as usual, I'll go ahead and tell you all the 7 specs you need to know. We'll also compare and contrast this one with the old model, the 1000. And we'll talk more about this watch. So here are all the 7 specs you need to know. You're looking at a 46 millimeter stainless steel case. It's 16.3 millimeters thick. It's 51.4 millimeters lug to lug. It's on a 22 millimeter stainless steel bracelet. It's water resistant to 600 meters, which is 2,000 feet. Of course, it's got the Powermatic 80 movement with a 80-hour power reserve. You do get a Sapphire lens with an AR coating. And of course, all the rest of the specs are down there in the description field. And let me tell you the differences, the main differences, obviously, between this one and the old one. The old case was 43 millimeters. The old thickness was 12.7 millimeters. The old lug to lug was 49.6 millimeters. And of course, the old model was only water resistant to 300 meters, which is 1,000 feet. The old weight for the old model was 184 grams. This is 206 grams. And you're looking roughly about a $300 price difference between this one and the old one. Now, guys, I really do like this watch. I'll tell you one thing, the dial is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, this is maybe one of the best dials on any watch I've ever reviewed, simply because they've done everything right. You got a ceramic bezel. You've got the indexes, which look like they're kind of cantilevered on that inner chapter ring right there. They have a nice chrome bezel around each one. Handset to me is nearly perfect. It's sword handset. The hour hand is perfectly long. The minute hand is perfectly long. In fact, let me go ahead and get this thing started up here. It looks like they have a nice chrome accent around that date window. One of the best date windows I think I've ever seen. Super, super, super legible. You got the nice little Tissot counterbalance on the second hand there. The dial itself is very wave-like. Thank you, Seiko. They probably took some inspiration from Seiko's new line of really nice dials. You know, the Save the Oceans and all that stuff. You got a nice blue in the middle, and then it kind of fades to black on the periphery of the dial. There is quite a bit of writing on this thing. You got Tissot and then 1853 at the top. You know, Seastar, Professional, Powermatic, Swiss made. So there's quite a bit of writing on the dial. But thankfully, that font color that they're using is not too bright. So the writing is pretty subdued on the dial. It's going to blend in a little bit better than if it was a brighter white color for that font. I mean, it's just a beautiful, beautiful watch. And of course, that unscrewing and screwing of the crown was absolutely like butter, man. It was butter smooth. Got a nice signed logo there on that crown with some crown guards. The bezel, ceramic, 120 click. I mean, just buttery smooth, just like that crown. Really, really nice. You've got some engraving of the indexes around the bezel. You got your 20-minute mark over here between 12 and 20. Really nice knurling on that bezel. It's got a little bit of like a Reese's peanut butter cup thing going on where it's kind of flaring out here. Just a little bit, as you can see. Really, really nice. Incredibly easy to grip. I love it. The knurling is perfect. I mean, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous watch. Let's go ahead and check out the case back. Of course, you got an exhibition see-through case back with all your typical laser etchings about the watch, you know, Powermatic, water resistant to 600 meters, which of course is 2,000 feet, you know, Swiss made, yada, yada, yada. You see the rotor there. I mean, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful watch. You got your logo here on the buckle. It's stamped buckle. You have a machined clasp, which is nice. Stainless steel. There you go. Now, the only thing about this watch that I don't really like, guys, is the bracelet. For some reason, and I can't explain it. It's a pin and collar system, first of all. They're solid links. But the bracelet feels a little cheap. And I can't really explain why. It just doesn't feel like it matches the quality of the case and the dial. It's the oddest feeling I've ever had on a watch where the bracelet is just not up to par with the fit and finish and quality of the actual watch itself. So, you know, you might want to put this on a NATO or a nice rubber strap or something like that, because you really have to try this on to understand what I'm saying. It's just, it doesn't feel, you know, the same quality as the watch itself. And that's my only ding on this whole watch. Besides maybe the fact that it is a little bit heavy at 206 grams. So I have an 8-inch wrist. Yeah, I finally measured it. Y'all have been bugging me about that for years and years and years. And this fits really well on my 8-inch wrist. I mean, I'm a big guy and I have a big wrist, so it fits great on me. Anything smaller than 8 inches, it's gonna wear a little bit big, just to let you know. You might want to go with the PowerStar 1000, the slightly smaller and lighter version. So, you know, this is a big watch. I mean, you've got a 46 millimeter case, not a small watch, not a light watch. So just kind of keep that in mind if you want to get one of these. But if you're a bigger guy like myself, you can rock this with absolutely no problem. So again, my only real ding is this bracelet, and it's really kind of hard to convey on the video. You really have to try the watch on to understand what I'm talking about. And speaking of that, let's go ahead and try it on. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to tell you. It does have a dive extension. Right there. There you go. It's just a friction closed dive extension. Forgot to show you that. All right. There we go. Let's go ahead and try this thing on. Wow. It is a little top heavy. As you can see, it wants to lean to one side or the other. It fits great, but it is a tiny bit top heavy. But I mean, it definitely demands some attention. That's for sure. This is a big, big watch. You know, I like 40 to 42 millimeters. You know, that's my sweet spot. This being 46, I mean, it's definitely, and you're going to have a problem. If you're going to wear this under a suit with like a dress shirt, it might stretch your cuffs just a little bit. So, and I forgot to tell you also, before I show you the Lume, the helium escape valve right there. There you go. There's your helium escape valve. Pretty cool. I mean, this is a legit ISO 6425 certified watch. I mean, this is the real deal. So, all right, let's go ahead and kill the studio light. Let's get a Lume shot here. I wasn't super impressed with the Lume. I mean, it's okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. But not my favorite Lume. So the Lume is okay. It's not my favorite. It's not the brightest. It does get the job done. You know, everybody compares Lume to Seiko's Lumibright. This is, I'm sure, some sort of super luminova. I don't know which mixture they're using, but it's not bad. I mean, it gets the job done. To the naked eye, it's almost already faded, which is weird, but the camera can pick up a lot lower light than the human eye can. So on the camera, it looks almost bright, but to the naked eye, it's almost faded out. So the Lume, it's okay. All right, let's cut everything back on. Let's go ahead and finish up this review. And I'm really curious to see what y'all think about this watch. Love, love, love the looks of it. Love that dial, the build quality. I mean, it's a real looker. Beautiful, beautiful watch. Very well made. And again, this bracelet, man, I can't explain it. I really can't explain it. It just doesn't feel like it belongs with this watch for some reason. I mean, that, you know, again, that's all subjective, but it's odd. I can't really explain it. So guys, if you want to get one of these, head on over to Amazon's website. They're around, between around $900 and $1,000 right now. I'll make sure to put a link in the description field if you want to pick one of those up. And as always, if you like my videos and you like my content, which I really hope you do, I try to put out some good stuff for y'all. Make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell. I would definitely appreciate it. And guys, it's been about it for this one. Until the next review, I'll see y'all later. Take care.